Wilds of Eldraine is in trouble. The lasting effects of Commander Masters on new products coming out is starting to affect the local LGS level to the point where they're not even ordering product. In today's video, I will discuss what's going on with Wilds of Eldraine sales volumes as well as Commander Masters. There's a lot to cover in today's video. Stay tuned. No matter how good Wilds of Eldraine shapes up to be, it's going to fail. It's going to crash and it's going to burn. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here, and thanks again for hanging out with me on the channel today. Now, what I mean by it's going to crash and burn, it's no fault of the product itself. There is a lot of outside factors crushing Wilds of Eldraine before it even gets to a store shelf, and that's what we have to discuss today. I did a video yesterday covering some of the spoilers and my thoughts and feelings and the price discrepancy on the Wilds of Eldraine and how it'll seem a lot more appealing to players. I'm surprised by how many LGSs contacted me, and they're not LGSs in my loop. These are from all over the United States, some places over in the UK, higher price points and different varying factors. But they basically they're all saying the same thing. Their money got tied up in Commander Masters, and they were expecting at least to be a moderate success. But that's not what's happened. They moved a lot of the Commander decks. They moved some of the collector boxes, which I thought was, the overall volume, at least in North American stuff's pretty high, but in other places it's definitely not, because they're more expensive because of import fees. So all these products, the set, the draft, they're all sitting on store shelves. Some stores are even trying to get these packs out for like 10, 12 bucks a set booster now, just trying to get some cash flow. Because you know what happens when you don't have cash flow, you don't have lines of credit, and you don't have credit card space? It doesn't leave any room to order Wilds of Eldraine. Now, some big stores will always have discretionary funding and stuff put aside for bad years, but smaller stores don't have it. Medium-sized stores don't have a lot of that room. So that means if we didn't sell our Commander Masters boxes, at least to a certain kind of level, and it's still sitting there, then our money is tied up. It's still sitting on the shelf. The cash is there in a cardboard form, and we can't liquidate it without taking such a loss that we'd have to close our doors. What a horrible, horrific thought. Now you have a product like Wilds of Eldraine, prices, lower, it's a regular standard set. People generally are liking what they see, but here's the other factor. It's wallet fatigue. We're closing off to the end of the year. People have less in their pocketbooks. They're kind of like, man, I don't really want to spend a lot of cash right now. Things are tight. The job market's crazy. We still dealing with all kinds of inflationary pressures. There's a lot of extenuating stuff. And now you have that thing of people still hating what Wizards of the Coast did with Commander Masters. Got a lot of bitter, angry people out there, and rightfully so for a lot of them because of that price point. Not the product, the price point of the product. And you look at them saying, Wilds of Eldraine. Why would I ever buy a box of Wilds of Eldraine? Why would I buy a collector box? Moxman, why? Why would I go ahead and buy a set or a draft box or even a bundle? What's the point? I can buy the singles. I want the singles. So then they reach out to these LGSs and say, here are the list of singles I've got on my wish list. These are all the singles I need to get. Can you line these up when you guys crack boxes? And then the LGS has to tell them, we won't be getting a lot of boxes. We're only going to get like one case. And we won't really be cracking a lot of singles. We'll have some draft nights and stuff. We'll have a few smaller pre-release events. But that's all we can really do. We don't have a lot of money. Not that they're saying they don't have a lot of money, but they're basically saying, we're not getting a lot of this product. We're being very cautious. This is horrible all around. Imagine the effect of players not getting the cards they want because stores aren't cracking boxes, because stores don't have the cash flow. So the boxes don't get opened as much in certain areas, which can cause spikes in cards that shouldn't even spike if a player wants to get it and there's no availability. This is bad for everybody. The market's going to go crazy on certain cards that are harder to find. Cash flow doesn't hit the LGS level because they got their money tied up and they don't have the availability of cash to get these boxes to even try to crack any. And then the players who want to support their LGS can't even support them unless they take the risk of a box. And here's another one for you. Here, let me throw more fuel on the fire. The pre-orders are so low. I put out emails in the last couple of days. I reached out to all the people I talk with. And guys, the pre-orders are half of what they normally are. Half. And they were already low to begin with after March the Machine. I don't really include the epilogue in this, but the March the Machine set wasn't received that great. It had some okay sales at the beginning. The pre-sales were okay. Pre-sales are half of regular. And most of the LGS are attributing it to, number one, nobody wants to take the risk, even at this price point, and wallet fatigue kicking in, as some of their customers have told them. This is like one of those perfect storms where no matter how good a set's going to be, no matter how cool it may look on paper, it may just crash and burn and not get opened a lot because nobody has the money. It's just too expensive for players to afford at this moment. They may pick up a pack or two. And again, everywhere in the world will be different. It doesn't mean where you are, it's not going to sell. But imagine every place, every LGS, everywhere, across the whole planet, who has access to Magic cards. And imagine even 20%, 30% not having regular business because the cash flow is all messed up because of Commander Masters. And you guys know some of these places. You might be in a major city like I am where you don't really hear anything bad happening, but I get a lot of it from the smaller venues that I talk with. It's kind of crazy to think about having so much revenue tied up that you can't purchase even a couple of cases to get things rolling on a new product, which could help save your business. Because if the cards are well received and the singles do go well, you can raise a lot of capital if you can get enough of it moving. And that's blowing my mind. Now, I understand some of the double masters are still selling really well for some of the singles cards, but nobody wants to take the risk on cracking boxes anymore. Not one of the stores I dealt with says they're opening more of the boxes. Unless something causes the singles to spike significantly, they're not opening. And we talked about that last week's video, right? Where if things really turned around and some of these cards really spiked up, medallions or something really recovered in price, then maybe they'd open boxes. But it looks like that's all staying pretty stable. The market met the demand of players who actually needed the medallions because they were reprinted, of course, in a commander deck already. And it looks like everyone's kind of mum on it, doesn't really care, and wants to move on to Wilds of Eldraine, wants to move on to the new products coming up. Already looking way down the road past 3 or 4 pastures of products coming up, going, oh, there's Bloomburrow. Oh, I want to get to oh, yeah, Karlov Manor. Yeah, let's get to... They're looking way down to Fallout and stuff. They're so far ahead that things are just being left in the dust, and the LGSs can't recover. So what does this mean? How do we break this down now? Does this mean we're going to start seeing boxes not get opened and end up going to Amazon and getting clearanced? Is that what's going to happen with Wilds of Eldraine? It gets cleared out early because nothing gets sold en masse because nobody's opening because everyone's still going for singles? I mean, I thought about getting a box or two for myself, and that's, of course, very unusual. And, of course, I will get singles I want to buy. But imagine all the other people who aren't doing anything. They're like, I'll get a couple of packs. I'll spend a few bucks. That's it. I'll go to a pre-release. That's my way of enjoying the product. It is a whole different world when this kind of stuff comes down the pipe like this. And I couldn't believe when you actually start rationalizing it out, what people are telling me, what they're thinking, what they're doing, and why they're doing it. Some just want to say to Wizards, no. What you're doing right now is wrong. This is a card game, and you're charging basically twice what you have to charge. It's ridiculous. That's how a lot of people feel. They think the boxes should go back down to $100 for draft boxes. $100 Canadian, sorry guys. US, that'd be what, like 80 bucks? 82, right? Like whatever it may be there. Guys, I don't know what to tell you, but I want to hear those comments. I want to see what you guys are hearing and seeing. Because there's a lot of people on this channel who go to their local LGS and check things out. Some of you guys drive really far to get there. Let me know what's happening at your local LGS level. Let me know how things are looking at those stores. Talk to the owners if you can. Love to hear more emails because I was surprised by how many emails I got. I didn't realize that many LGS owners who are not in my little queue of people contacted me. This is kind of insane to think that this may burn up like this. And laying this at the feet of Commander Masters, Distribution, and Wizards of the Coast, making them meet certain quotas and buy a certain amount. This is all going to change, I think. I think a lot of these LGSs are going to take a much more cautious approach, those that survive, going forward. But I want you guys to tell me, what's happening wherever you are? How is Wilds of Eldraine being received? How is Commander Masters being spoken of wherever you are in the world? I want to see those comments down in the comment section. Join this conversation. Let me know what's happening wherever you guys are. Now, thanks again for being here on the channel. Allow me to entertain you each and every day. Thanks for watching the videos, giving things a thumbs up. And of course, if you did enjoy today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Help this channel get closer to that 20,000 subscriber mark, guys. We are closing in faster each and every day, and you're the ones out there making it happen. So thanks again. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, bring a friend to Magic. It is a great game. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons I have supporting my channel. The loyal following of MTG Moxman keeps the lights on and helps with daily uploaded content because of the generous contributions of everyone on the channel. So thanks again, everyone. Welcome back to the Ramble Jamble. The coffee is still, can you see it? Yep, coffee's still in there. And that video sucked. I know that's difficult topic material to cover, but it needs to come to light and people need to be aware of it. So hopefully this gets enough views out there that people can kind of like check in with their LGS and see what's happening. Hopefully. I was surprised by how many emails. But here we are. I mean, I think the set still looks good. I'm still excited for the cards and mechanics I see inside. Going to a pre-release looks exciting, assuming the LGSs I want to go to are still open, right? But yeah, hopefully hope there's light at the end of the tunnel. The next day could always be brighter and be a little bit better. And hopefully everyone's doing well out there. I mean, you made it to the end. You're one of those few people. Let me just turn Deadpool this way for you. So he's looking right at you. Soon I'll have to get like a Wolverine head on this side so we can really rock things out. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here, being a supporter of the channel, guys. Awesome to see you guys each and every day. Looking forward to those comments in the comment section. Because remember, shop smart, shop S smart.